It's week 9 of the high school football season in the Hoosier State, and the season brings us to Hendricks County. A live look at beautiful Warrior Stadium in Danville, the site of tonight's Sagamore Conference finale between the Chargers of North Montgomery and the Danville Warriors. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling, and with the postseason looming throughout Indiana, football clubs around the state looking for momentum, and it's no different with these two ball clubs tonight. Danville looking for their second win in the last 3 games. Meanwhile, the Chargers want to clinch their first winning regular season since 2019. It's Danville and North Montgomery on the other end of this quick timeout here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Tonight's broadcast of the ISC Sports Network brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Get internet speeds up to a gig at weendeavor.com. By ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. Watch our game streams at iscsportsnetwork.com. And by Wintech. Fast, reliable internet service from a company you know and trust. Learn more at wintech.com. Welcome in, everybody, to Warrior Stadium here for Week 9, the final week here of high school football here on the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling. Chris, good to be with you here tonight. Two teams looking for some good momentum here ahead of sectional play.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, we're 1 week away from sectionals. Both these teams can really use a win, get some momentum going into that playoff time.
North Montgomery coming off of a loss this past week here. And of course, they came off that loss to Western Boone, a tough Western Boone team, number 8 in Class 3A. Meanwhile, North Montgomery, actually that was Danville, excuse me. North Montgomery coming off of a win against Frankfort. That was a 54-6 win for them, as we see Danville coming onto the field carrying their signature American flag here. Of course, Chris, coming off of a loss to a tough team like Western Boone for Danville, coming back here, it's certainly imperative to just get that big momentum going into sectional play. After all, they're going to go right back against a tough-ranked opponent in Tri-West next week.
Yeah, if you're Danville, you want to try to get off to a good start, right? I mean, when you can get off to a good start, it gives you a good feeling about how that game's going to go. So, they have a couple things they're going to need to do, containing Austin Salk for the North Montgomery Chargers. That's probably going to be their biggest task of the night, and that's on both the offensive side and the defensive side.
North Montgomery coming into this one off of that win against Frankfort. 54-6 was the final score in that one. They are in their 9th year under the tutelage of Josh Thompson here. What are you looking to see from North Montgomery?
Well, I think they're going to feed Salk and feed him a lot, right? He's going to be touching the ball quite a bit. I'm looking forward to seeing which offense will be able to prevail tonight.
Of course, both of these offenses averaging pretty well throughout the season so far here. This season, you have Danville averaging about just shy of 300 yards per game. They know how to run the ball, but they also know how to throw the ball with sophomore quarterback Connor Sober.
Yeah, well, they're going to be throwing that ball to B.J. West, as we talked about a little bit off camera. If North Montgomery can't stop him, it's going to be a long night.
Meanwhile, like you said, we're going to see a heavy dose of Austin Sulk. In fact, he is a very dynamic two-way player. He is good on both offense and defense. He has 11 career sacks, but also needs only 146 yards to reach the 1,000 career rushing yard mark.
That's pretty cool. I'd love to see him get that tonight. It's a really cool accomplishment.
So both teams coming to center field for the traditional coin toss. The Danville Warriors in their home maroon and white unis. Meanwhile, you have North Montgomery in their road white and blue unis here for this one. Danville coming off of that tough loss to Western Boone. You know, they've kind of fallen on hard times, maybe a little bit of a rebuilding year of sorts, because this is a Danville team that went 21-3 over the last 2 seasons under head coach Jamie Comer. Even believe it or not, those were the first 2 seasons under Jamie Comer, so this is really the first time that Coach Comer has really had to experience something like this, where you're really having to just rebuild and regroup after having so much success for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's never tough to rebuild and regroup, but you know, sometimes depending on the age and the experience of your team, you have to go through those struggles. But if you do it the right way, you can really come out on the good side of that. That's what they're trying to do.
So there you see North Montgomery. They have won the toss and they have elected to defer, so that will put the ball in the hands of Danville to start this contest here in this one. Sagamore Conference standings, well, this one has no implications on the Sagamore Conference Championship, as both of these two teams are out of contention. You have Danville and North Montgomery both in the Sagamore Conference. Let's take a look at some of the key statistics that you're going to be looking at here for tonight. Remember, these two teams, they know who they're playing in sectionals next week. Speedway for North Montgomery. Meanwhile, you have Tri-West for Danville. That is going to be a tough contest for Danville, but also, you know, for North Montgomery, they have a very good history with Speedway as well. But also for North Montgomery, they have an ace in the hole with Jared Kirsch on defense.
Yeah, 4 interceptions, 2 in the last game. That's going to be tough to stop. And you know he's a ball hawk. He's looking to try to pick one off and take it the distance.
So there you see it. Coach Josh Thompson giving some final words of wisdom to his special teams unit. This is the 36th all-time meeting between Danville and North Montgomery. Danville leads the all-time series between these two squads 15-10. Danville has won the last 2 meetings between these two teams. In fact, they first met back in sectional play in 1993. That was a 35-18 win for Danville. They have met every year since the mid-90s, as both of these two teams playing in the Sagamore Conference. Chris Walker, it's fall, it's Friday night. We're set to go here for some Friday Night Lights action.
Man, you said 1993. You took me back to my sophomore year in high school. Wow.
To put it in perspective, I was 1.
Oh, thanks, bud.
You're welcome. We're underway here at Warrior Stadium.
Uh-oh.
And a good return here by B.J. West, as we mentioned in the pregame. A good dynamic player on offense and defense is he. He brings it back across the 40 here for the first drive for Danville.
Yeah, B.J. West getting lathered up on the first kickoff of the game. That's not going to be good for North Montgomery.
And there you got to look at number 10, Austin Sulk for North Montgomery. He is a two-way player here in Class 3A action. He leads the team in tackles with 74. He also has 5 sacks on the season. And there you see some smoke billowing up from behind the stands. You got a nice concession stand smell here in Danville tonight. So first down and 10 here, first drive of the ball game. And Danville going right to their dynamo running back Darren Sharp for a pickup of 5.
Tell you what, Curtis, Sharp doesn't trip there. He may still be running. That was a big-time gain, and the hole was really big on that first play of the game.
So he falls across the 45 for a gain of about 6 yards. That'll bring up second down and 4, ball at the 46.
Man, this Danville line is pretty impressive, size-wise.
Back to pass for the first time. And through the arms and incomplete. Looking for his receiver there was Connor Soper. You take a look at the starting lineup. Of course, starting quarterback is Connor Soper here tonight, but also Darren Sharp and a few others. You mentioned that big offensive line here for Danville. Chris, anchored by Braden Shelley, the junior center, but also a couple seniors as well in Clark and McIntyre Craig. Soper back again, and this time has his man. And that's Jace Scrafton.
Same play. Went right back to it. Complete the pass. Get yourself a first down. Keep the chains moving.
Jace Scrafton, a sophomore wide receiver. Standing 6'6", 185 pounds. So a tall presence there in the receiving core.
Tell you what, Connor Soper takes that 3-step drop, and he's not worried about anyone getting to him there. Very relaxed in the pocket.
So Danville moving the football, first down and 10. Scrafton again, 2 catches in a row for the sophomore, and he gets it out past the 45.
Give Scrafton a lot of credit there. The youngster catches that ball without his knee being on the ground so he can advance the ball once he makes a catch. Very nicely done there.
So far a run and 2 passes on this opening drive here for Danville.
When are they going to try to pop one to BJ West?
Man in motion here for Danville. West in motion. This time they give the handoff to Sharp, and he is absolutely pummeled right at the line of scrimmage. And on the tackle there for North Montgomery, Corbin Meadows along with Todd LaFoon. Also with some help from Noah Hopkins as well. Todd LaFoon, 24 tackles on the year, 2 sacks. Backs him up a yard.
The Warriors really moved Carter Bilyeu around on the line quite a bit.
Man in motion again here for the Warriors. Soper over the middle, nearly intercepted in the defensive backfield right there, and it falls incomplete. On the coverage was Jared Kirsch. Looking almost for interception number 5 on the season right there was he.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier, and he just missed another one. Just a little bit overthrown there by Soper.
And again looking for Scrafton.
Yep. Scrafton has been the focal point so far in the offense. 4th and 9, looks like they're punting it away.
So BJ West also moonlights as the punter here for Danville. He will put his boot into it.
Good snap.
It's an end-over-end kick immediately fielded right there by Tucker Hines. And he gets upended right at the 20-yard line. So a good defensive drive here for Danville in the early going. And that will put the ball in the hands of North Montgomery for the first time tonight. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Offers a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us today at weendeavor.com for more information. So now we see Ross Dyson, the quarterback here for North Montgomery, to lead the Chargers for the first time this evening. And they give it right to Sulk from the get-go, and he powers forward, a gain of 4.
That hole closed pretty quickly, but he's still able to pound out a couple yards there.
Austin Sulk, 84 carries, 463 yards coming into tonight, 6 touchdowns. As we take a look at the starting lineups here for North Montgomery. William Ramsey, also a dynamo wide receiver when they want to throw the ball. And they do just that right here, and again to the aforementioned Ramsey. And he lumbers his way past the 30 and is near a first down.
Nice job there by the left-handed quarterback, Ross Dyson. Puts the ball right on the money to Mr. Ramsey. Ramsey's able to get a first down here.
And he does just that, as you mentioned. Gets a little bit of a block there. That's a gain of 9 yards.
Did a great job blocking out there by Gage Galloway.
Galloway was the slot wide receiver tight end role. And Dyson in the pistols. Pistol's going to keep it himself here. Stays on his feet, tries to muscle his way through the hole, but goes nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. Again, Ross Dyson, a 3-sport athlete at North Montgomery, playing basketball and baseball as well. He's a .253 hitter last spring with 16 RBIs.
Say he's got the frame, looks like a catcher, but with him being left-handed, I don't think there's going to be much catching in his future.
Over the left side to Galloway, tries to follow
job.
his blockers, gets near a first down. A nice effort by Galloway.
Nice job there by Gage Galloway, being tough, trying to get that yard, putting his head down, trying to go right through the defenders to get that first down. So he's going to be just short, but he gives his team a chance to make a very convertible third down.
So this will be third down and a technical yard right here to keep this drive alive here for the Chargers. Handoff right up the gut to Salk, and he is very close.
He got it.
Officials are going to spot him right at
that's a first down.
The yard line to gain, and it looks like it is indeed going to be a first down.
I didn't think he got as far as that official gave him on that spot because they closed it down really quick.
That looks like it's very close. Right at the 44-yard line is what he needed. And that's what they give him. So first down here for the Chargers. Both teams splitting the difference right now on play calling for passing and rushing. Back to throw again is Dyson. Instead, he tries to run it instead.
Oh, wow.
Shuffles his feet across midfield down to the 44.
Tell you what, Ross Dyson moves really well. It's deceiving his size. I mean, he's got short, choppy steps, but he covers a lot of ground really quickly. Very nicely done there.
Gain of 11 yards and a first down. Ross Dyson, 144 carries and 370 yards rushing coming into tonight. In fact, he has had one 100-yard rushing game this season. So he knows how to run the ball if needed. And it's a direct keeper this time again to Dyson.
Ooh. Hit his head. Head got slammed on the carpet that time.
Stephen Webb on the tackle right there.
Watch the very end of this. Watch him get his head slammed right. Oh, my goodness.
And that's another pickup of 4 yards here for Dyson. So North Montgomery moving the ball here pretty efficiently as the clock ticks close to the 6-minute mark. Fake to the running back. And the play action pass outside to Mikhail Willis. And he gets it back out to near a first down.
Nice job on a little wide receiver screen play by Mikhail Willis, getting that ball and getting upfield because it didn't look like he was going to be able to get very much. Had a defender there, but he kind of shook him out of his boots, and he's able to get to the outside to get about 3 or 4 extra yards.
So a full pickup of about 6 yards right there will make it third down and a long 2 yards for the Chargers.
Really impressive drive here by North Montgomery.
Handoff again this time is to Salk, and he is tripped up short of the line to gain right at the 35.
It's going to be a fourth and a very short yard here.
And this is not a North Montgomery team that kicks field goals, so you are more than likely going to be seeing a 4-down situation here for North Montgomery.
Well, I got 2 options here. I got Mr. Dyson or Mr. Salk to get this ball right here.
Dyson back under center here. Less than a yard to go. They give it to Salk again, and he falls forward for an easy first down.
Just a quick dive play right through the middle there. Pick up the yard, pick up the first down. Keep the clock running, baby.
That is one benefit of running the ball. You run the clock down. Danville only had the ball for maybe about 2 minutes or so. North Montgomery has had it for the remaining 5. As they keep the drive moving. Fumble on the snap. And Dyson just falls on top of it wisely. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
So that failed snap there now puts him behind the sticks here. Let's see if Dyson, if they go with a quick pass in some form or fashion, try to pick up some of this yardage back.
One thing Coach Josh Thompson mentioned is trying to get rid of mistakes. North Montgomery has turned the ball over 15 times this season. In the pistol, tosses to Salk, has some blockers, and he gets back to the 30-yard line.
Nice job there by, I believe that was Carter Pruitt. No, maybe not. I'm sorry, that would have been number 34. Stephen Webb
again.
Really held his ground very well, and number 23's in there as well, making that play.
Andrew Smith, 62 tackles this season.
Yeah, he was able to shed his block and stand strong and make the initial hit. Very nicely done by Andrew Smith.
Smith, one of the anchors of the linebacking core for the Warriors. Dyson back to pass again, has some time over the middle, has Galloway on a nice throw into the flat, and Galloway gets inside the 15.
I tell you what, Galloway is not very thick, but man, he is hard-nosed. He is not afraid to stick his nose into a play, but that's a nice crossing route. Those things in man covers, you're impossible to guard, and that was just a tremendous job, tremendous route by Galloway, great throw by Dyson, big-time gainer.
Gain at about 16 yards, the longest play by either team so far here tonight.
More importantly, it was on a 3rd and 7.
Here's Salk on the carry, and he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Just like number 71 in there. Trevor McCarthy making that stop.
So this is only the second drive by either team tonight, as North Montgomery has been winding the clock and efficiently moving the ball here on this opening drive.
And if you're North Montgomery, you have to cash in on this drive.
Dyson
my
fumbles it
goodness.
again right into the hands of Salk. He turns the corner down to the 10 and gets shoved out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That's how you make something out of nothing on a broken play, Chris.
Yeah, it really was. But what I'm kind of laughing at is at the end of that play, Caden Collins, the cornerback, was a little bit hesitant. He made a business decision here. He didn't want to get in front of Mr. Salk, kind of watch him at the end. Yeah, he didn't really want to. He didn't want that business right there, man.
So that's a gain of 10 yards, but still it keeps them shy of the first down marker. It's 3rd down and 2 here. They can get the first down without scoring. And now we have a whistle.
Wow.
And it looks like it's going to be a delay of game call on North. No, it's a false start, excuse me. So that'll back them up 5 yards.
Makes it 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. That hurts. And then when you get down in this kind of red zone area, the tight red zone, really kind of limits the kind of plays you can call because you just don't have that much room to work. So let's see what they go with here. See if they try like another little wide receiver screen. Try that same kind of crossing route that Galloway ran before. He's over on the top of your screen here, just out of your picture.
That's a loss of 5 yards. 3rd down and 7 here for the Chargers. Fake to Salk.
There he is. He's
rolling to is going to go for it himself. That's Dyson, and he gets close to the first down marker. It looks like he got enough for it.
Wow.
We'll check the spot as he's shoved out of bounds right at the 3-yard line.
He moves really well.
Andrew Smith on the tackle there, out of bounds. And that is a first down. So a very clutch first down, to say the least, here on this drive.
Big time. Big time play by your quarterback.
That's a gain of 7 yards. So the ball at the 3-yard line. Dyson back to throw, looking for someone to throw it to. Instead, he gets corralled down in the backfield for a sack. On the tackle there is Evan Lawrence.
I want to give Ross Dyson a lot of credit on this. Sometimes it's just better to take the sack. Instead, especially you get down here in the red zone, you loft the ball up in the end zone, get it picked off, and then all the work goes for naught. But for him to just tuck that ball away, take the sack, live to fight another day, that's a really big decision by the junior quarterback.
That's a loss of 4 yards on the sack. Dyson on the option, has the pitch out to Salk. He's trying to go for the pylon. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, North Montgomery.
I wondered if they had that in their repertoire, because that's a really good play to run with that quarterback and that running back. perfect time they pull it out for the first time, and that was very well executed.
Nicely done there by Salk off of the pitch to get his his seventh rushing touchdown of the year. And it gives the Chargers a 6-0 lead early. And this is a team that will go for two, as they do not kick PATs at all either. Here's Galloway going for the two-point conversion. And he is in as he hits the truck stick to make it an 8-0 ball game here. The Chargers on top of the Warriors here through the first couple of drives. 1:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Back in a minute here on the ISC Sports Network.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at join.wintech.com.
Welcome back here on the ISC Sports Network alongside Chris Walker. I'm Kurt Darling. 1:24 left to go here in the first quarter as Danville lets North Montgomery go 16 plays and 80 yards for a touchdown.
Curtis, I was saying off air over the timeout, I think that is the best sustained drive I've seen all year from any team that we've broadcasted. That was really impressive. And let us apologize to number 17. It's B.J. Wiest. Wiest is how he pronounced his last name. We promise we'll get it right, B.J.
Squib kick. It's going to be fielded right there by Trevor Stutz here for Danville. This next drive here for Danville is brought to you by Wintech. We believe that building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. To see our residential services and business solutions, visit wintech.com.
Well, Kurt, let's see if the Warriors can answer. I mean, I don't know how you can get much better than that last drive by North Montgomery, but let's see what they can do.
Handoff.
Ball's out.
Here's to Darren Sharp again as they again see a ball out here, and it looks like Sharp falls on top of it.
Whoa.
And avoids the turnover right there. And also right now you see Chris DiBenedetto in at quarterback here for Danville.
Good catch.
Chris DiBenedetto has not seen a whole lot of action at quarterback this season, but he is in for the time being as Connor Soper being held out for the time being. Not quite sure exactly why that is. We'll try and figure that out as the night goes on. Meanwhile, Chris DiBenedetto
6'5".
as he got the pitch out here to Wiest, and he gets out past the 40-yard line.
That's almost close to a late hit out of bounds.
That'll be a 6-yard carry there for Wiest. And it'll be third down.
Christopher DiBenedetto is listed as a quarterback and long snapper. A 6'5", lanky long snapper.
He also has some reps at wide receiver and defensive back as well. So
there you go.
Pretty much a very deep repertoire here for this senior player. DiBenedetto fires over the middle, a dart looking for Wiest, and it's through his hands, incomplete, as you see quadruple coverage there on B.J. Wiest.
That was a hose that he let that ball loose right there.
Let's take a look at this one again. Just
fired
that one over the middle.
Almost ran out of our camera, man. We couldn't keep up with it. That was a laser.
But unfortunately, that incomplete pass results in a 3-and-out here for Danville. So again, not a good start for the Warriors as they have 2 punts. Now in this one, Wiest puts his boot into it. It's going to be fielded now by Galloway, and he brings that back to the 38-yard line.
Man, I'm telling you what, right now, Galloway may be my favorite player in this game because I'm telling you, just watch him from here on out. He does he seeks contact. He is not trying to run out of bounds. He's not really trying to run around you. He is trying to run through you. He has one mission, and I love that grittiness from him on the football field.
Galloway, 6'0", 165-pound senior. And so now North Montgomery going to try and follow up that impressive drive they had their last time out. Again, they went 16 plays, 80 yards for a touchdown, and they ran 8 minutes off of the clock.
But here's my question. Are they tired? Is the offense still tired? Seems like they just left the field, and now they're back on it. So see how well-conditioned they are.
Dyson looking over to the left side again here to Willis. But this time he is met as soon as he catches the ball right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The initial stick there was by B.J. Weiss. He did a good job of staying home, just slowing down Willis till his teammates got there. Very nice defensive play by B.J. Weiss. Look at him.
Weiss is doing it all here tonight for Danville, as much as he can anyway. Again, Weiss has 22 tackles coming into tonight, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery as we bring it to the end of quarter number 1 here. North Montgomery on top of Danville here in Sagamore Conference action here on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
There you see the offensive unit right now getting a talking to from Coach Jamie Comer here on the sideline here in Danville. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling as North Montgomery is on top of the Warriors 8-0 at the end of quarter number 1. Chris, needless to say, the name of the game has been time of possession in favor of North Montgomery right now.
Yeah, and you know what? A well-timed end of the first quarter to give North Montgomery's offense a chance to catch their breath so now they can try to put together another drive.
Meanwhile, North Montgomery trying to do just that as well here on second down to start the second quarter. The pitch here to Sulk. And he turns the corner a little bit. Looks like we may have a flag on the play as he gets walloped out of bounds. It looks like he's going to be okay. And we'll check the flag.
Yeah, no late hit out of bounds, but there looked to have been some grabbing, or let's see, was it a...
Maybe illegal use of hands to the face
or
or
no,
something.
that's a horse collar. Horse collar, I think.
That would certainly do it right there as well, as the officials right now conversing at midfield. And here's the indicator, and it's going to be an illegal block in the back on North Montgomery because the flag happened before the tackle out of bounds. And so either way, it's going to back up the Chargers a hefty chunk of yards back to their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, but if I'm still North Montgomery, I'm still complaining because you still can't just take away the fact that you got horse collared out of bounds. Those should be offsetting penalties there.
Either way, the call stands as indicated, so it'll be second down and 20. Ball on the 30-yard line. Dyson back to pass again, trying to look over the middle. Instead, he's going to try and find the hole up the gut, and he gets speared to the floor right at the 35-yard line, a gain of 4.
Nice job there by the Warrior defense. A gang of Warriors there to make the tackle on Dyson.
Getting a little bit of WWE action right there on that tackle.
No kidding.
You saw Darren Sharp in on that. Maybe a little help as well from Evan Lawrence. So it's 3rd down and long here. A big opportunity here for the defense of Danville.
Yeah, it is. Good time to try to flip
on the
field
blitz.
position.
Here they come. Dyson forced out of the pocket. He gets corralled, has to throw it away out of bounds, looking that time for William Ramsey. And Danville gets a much-needed stop on defense for the time being.
Kurt, I think you just called his name. I think that was Darren Sharp in there again in the backfield, causing all kinds of issues, making Dyson get rid of the ball before he wanted to.
Darren Sharp. Again, a big dynamo on both sides of the ball. He has an interception this season along with 35 tackles coming into tonight. So first punt of the night here for North Montgomery. It'll be Jared Kirsch doing the honors. He's punted the ball 28 times this season, has a long of 48 yards. And he wisely punts that one right along the sideline. An excellent punt by Kirsch. That's got to be 50 yards plus right there. A new season long for him as he gets that down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, I was going to say it's a great time for Danville to kind of flip the field position, but that really, really nice punt by Kirsch had other idea.
Kirsch has had 5 punts inside the 20 as well this season.
Wow. Well, let's see if Danville can get something going here offensively. They really haven't been able to establish anything, whether it's the run or the pass. Let's see if they can get something together, put a drive together, try to get some points on the board here.
Again, it's Chris DiBenedetto back out at quarterback for the Warriors. DiBenedetto hands the ball off to Sharp, and he tries to punch it right up the gut. Keeps his feet underneath him and falls forward. The ball's on the ground. A late fumble, and we'll see what the indication is here from the officials.
Wow,
both players jostling for possession right now on the ground.
The refs are just letting them go at it.
Decision here soon.
They're just letting them go at it. They still have not made a signal.
Looks like you saw Garrett Hayes.
Oh, wow.
Right there, and they give the ball to Danville after the struggle on the ground.
Wow. That was one of the longest scrums I've ever seen for a fumble because you only had 2 guys at the bottom of the pile fighting for it, and the refs would not make a decision. Oh, man, and North Montgomery fell on that ball. They had it.
That was Noah Hopkins with the forced fumble right there, and it was recovered by Braden Spurlock, the right tackle for Danville. Some sure hands there by Spurlock in the struggle. In the end, that's only a gain of 2 yards. DiBenedetto back to pass, looking long downfield, has Wiest wide open, and a shoestring tackle by Gage Galloway, but a huge pitch and catch to B.J. Wiest.
I'll tell you what, man, DiBenedetto can throw the football. I mean, he does not lack anything in arm strength. And again, when you have a big-time receiver like Wiest, use it. Keep going to him.
Let's take a look at this thing again. Wiest standing up in the pocket. And that is a 50-yard gain right there for Chris DiBenedetto to B.J. Wiest, setting up Danville in plus territory big time as Sharp gets the follow-up carry to get it across the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 yards right there by Sharp. But how about that shoestring tackle by Gage Galloway to save a touchdown?
Yes, it was. Nice play. Not giving up on it. You get beat for a long pass, but you don't give up on the play, and you stop him and make him fight to get in the end zone.
Wiest in motion again. He gets the pitch this time, has some blocking, gets across the 15 down to the 10 and gets a first down.
Wiest did a good job of kind of scrambling back there, finding extra yardage when there didn't appear to be any extra running room. And I tell you what, they're going to need to, out of that same action they just run with Wiest, if you pitch that ball to him and have him throw it to the backside to another receiver, it's going to be wide open.
So you've just got to take a look at that beautiful play again here to Wiest. Well-timed throw by DiBenedetto and an even better catch by B.J. Wiest. Got an offer from Taylor University. Hasn't decided where he's going to be playing his college ball yet. But plays like that certainly get you noticed. Meanwhile, the handoff is to Sharp. No, it's to Benedetto on the late
God.
pitch, and Wiest walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Benedetto got absolutely drilled when he pitched that ball.
Chris Benedetto engineers a drive with the help of Wiest. We have a penalty marker down on the ground, though, it seems.
Watch this. Oh, my goodness.
And believe it or not, was that an illegal forward pass?
Can't be.
We'll see what the officials call here. No, it's going to be a hold on Danville. I couldn't quite tell from the angle on whether or not it was a pitch sideways or maybe forward, but either way, it's going to be a hold on Danville that negates the nifty touchdown, and it remains an 8-0 ball game.
That is a tough call right there.
That's the second penalty tonight on Danville. They have 20 penalty yards.
Costly penalty.
Benedetto hands the ball off to Sharp again, has a hole,
nice.
sends some tacklers, walks it back, and ball don't lie for Darren Sharp. Touchdown, Warriors. That's a 22-yard run there by Darren Sharp for a touchdown.
Nice job. Sharp just finds some green, gets up in the hole, gets himself in the end zone, gets that touchdown right back.
And so now Danville going to opt for the PAT here in light of the 2-point conversion, so it'll still be a 1-point ball game if they convert this one. So here's Caleb Harvey.
North Montgomery jumped. Oh, my goodness.
To put it through the uprights, but it looks like, as you mentioned, Chris, a little bit movement too soon there for North Montgomery.
Will you have the chance to keep the points or go for 2?
So it's going to be offsides on North Montgomery. And they're going to try again here.
And I think they're putting their offense on the field.
And indeed they are. So you get a couple yards. You get half the distance to the goal here on the penalty.
I like this decision. I like it.
And this will knot things up at 8 points apiece if they can convert.
It's still early in the game. You still have plenty of time to fight back if you don't get it. Why not? Why not try for it here? You got a big bruising running back, quarterback that can see everything.
Benedetto gonna pitch it to Wiest. Gonna try and get the corner. He does. He's into the end zone. Notch on 2 points. Knotting it up at 8 points apiece here in this one. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but he gets the 2-point conversion to make up for it and stayed. But now we have another flag on the play, Chris.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God, illegal motion.
An illegal motion on Danville.
Wow. So now you bring your field goal unit back on, your PAT unit back on the field, in my opinion, and you kick this thing, you take your extra point and get out of here.
2 costly penalties in scoring situations here for Danville. And so that'll back them up past the 5-yard line. And that takes the 2-point conversion off the board.
They're going for it. They're going to try it again.
And needless to say, Coach Jamie Comer's squad is making themselves work for it here to try and get these points back on the board. They are still opting to go for 2 here. Wiest in motion again to Benedetto, back to pass. Fires it into the end zone. A one-handed grab, and it falls incomplete. Looking for Evan Lawrence there. And so after all of that, Chris Walker, it is still a 2-point ball game as North Montgomery leads 8-6. But take a look at this run here by Darren Sharp.
Just good job by Sharp getting up in the hole, getting himself in the end zone there. Just some really costly penalties at times. Penalties, all penalties don't really hurt you, but it's the ones that take points off the board that can really do damage, and you just can't afford to have that in these situations.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Endeavor Communications, who offer a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information. So now if you're North Montgomery here, Chris, you really want to set the tone and take advantage of the fact that you still have a little bit of a cushion.
Absolutely. Again, man, we've seen them have one long sustained drive here. Kind of botched their last possession. Let's see what they do this drive. Tell you what, though, you want to give that momentum to the Warriors team because they look pretty good on that drive there. They did what they wanted to do. Saw some nice passes by DiBenedetto there. He throws the ball really well. And now B.J. Weiss is coming alive.
It was really Chris DiBenedetto that really put a spark in that offense right there. On that previous drive.
And we don't know. I mean, you have to assume maybe an injury or sickness with Soper. But I'm telling you what, man, DiBenedetto looks really good throwing the football.
Low kick here going to be fielded by Galloway. He tries to go up the middle.
Of course.
And a decent return.
Look at
keeps
him.
his feet underneath him, gets across the 45-yard line.
He just won't run to the outside, man. He is going for contact.
Galloway, believe it or not, only has 3 catches for 37 yards. He's more of a running wide receiver, 228 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns coming into tonight.
I would try to make him more of a focal point of my offense because good things happen when he gets his hands on the football.
3 wide receivers here for North Montgomery, all of them seniors, so lots of experience on the field here for the Chargers. Man in motion here for North Montgomery. And Dyson's going to hand the ball off again to Sulk, and he goes nowhere with it, stood up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, North Montgomery's going to have to throw the ball to kind of loosen up some of that, the middle of that defensive line, because they are, right now, Danville's really stacking up the plays right in the middle.
So it looks like they're going to give Sulk maybe a half a yard on the play. Officially 2nd down and 9. Dyson with some protection over the middle, just out of the reach of Galloway there in the flat.
Just overthrew him. Big 3rd down right here. Kurt.
And Dyson with plenty of time from his offensive line. Some tight coverage there by Ethan Walls of Danville in the secondary.
If you're Danville, you got to really key on Mikhail Willis and Gage Galloway. Try to take those 2 away. If you can do that, I think you'll be productive on this 3rd down.
Danville's defense has clearly made some adjustments after that opening drive from North Montgomery. Dyson rolling now to his left, has to get rid of it soon. He does, has his man Galloway, but he's short of the line to gain, out of bounds across midfield. Short gain of about 9 yards, and it'll bring 4th down and 1.
I think you're in that part of the field, though, where I think you're going to have to go for this.
It is 4th down and impeccably short. And North Montgomery going to do just that. They're going to go for it. On the keeper is Dyson. He gets that 1st down and a lot more, staying on his feet across the 35.
I really like that shotgun look with the running back Sulk next to Dyson in that situation, because then you have 2 options where you can either have Dyson running himself or you can hand it off to Sulk, and either one of those guys are big, strong runners. They can pick the hole they want to go through, and they can do just what they did there.
12-yard run on 4th down. That's the 2nd time they've converted a 4th down here tonight. And it's 1st down, ball at the 33. Dyson with some protection again over the left side, trying to find his man. That's Willis. And tight coverage there by Caden Collins of Danville.
That's really, really good coverage there by Caden Collins. I mean, if that ball's going to be completed, it's going to be completed to Caden Collins for an interception. That is how you push your receiver to the boundaries and not give him the chance to catch the ball in bounds.
Mikhail Willis just ran out of real estate right there on that throw. Clock stopped right at 7 minutes. Dyson on the option, has the pitch to Sulk. Has some room across the 25 and shoved out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Man, I want to give that wide receiver credit because if that play stands, there's a receiver out here that put a tremendous block on the way. Let's see, try to catch a number here. Oh, I can't, man, almost like blocking a back. Hard to tell.
You have Galloway also in there playing some good blocking.
Really good job by the Chargers.
But we have a penalty marker, and it's going to be a holding call on North Montgomery. That'll negate the big 13-yard gain there by Sulk.
Yep, there you go.
So instead of 13 yards, it's going to be minus 10 yards. It's only the second penalty on North Montgomery tonight.
It had to, yeah, it was on the receiver right there. So
that'd be Galloway. Just getting a little too handsy right there with the defender. So North Montgomery backed up right where they were a few plays before, right at the 49-yard line. They have 26 yards to go for the line to gain.
2nd and 26. Do you throw here? You try to get it with 3 running plays. That's a lot of yards to gain for 3 running plays.
They opt to pass here as Dyson. Actually, that's going to be a lateral. That's a rush here for Sulk. Tries to do it on his own. Spins around a couple defenders. He gets across the 45.
Give credit to number 23 there. Is that Andrew Smith, I believe. Yeah, holds his ground there and is able to turn Sulk back inside to get his other teammates there to help him. So good job there.
That's a 7-yard running play. That was a backwards pass, so that is officially a rush. 7-yard run there for Sulk. Adding to his rushing total tonight. Again, only needs 146 yards to reach the career 1,000 career rushing yards mark coming into tonight. Certainly chipping away at that tonight is he. Still 3rd down and long. Dyson looking to throw. Instead tucks it. Gets back to the 30-yard line. Still going before he's shoved out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's a 15-yard run right there.
So you're looking at about 4th and, 9 or so?
That'd be give or take or so. There's Sharp with the initial hit and shoved out of bounds there by Braylon Krager. So now it's decision time for North Montgomery.
Probably 4th and 6 or so, 5 or 6 here.
Again, this is a team that does not kick field goals, so their only option really is to go for it.
Watch the option to the far side of the field here. Let's see. Here it is. Oh, that's what it was.
A whistle before.
Yep. It was an option coming right at us. We've seen that look a couple times tonight.
It's going to be a delay of game again on North Montgomery, adding another 5 yards. That's the second time they've been hit with a delay of game.
Just cannot have the pre-snap penalties. They're just killers.
So 3 penalties apiece here tonight for these ball clubs, both of them coming at very inopportune times. Granted, there's never really an opportune time to have a penalty, but still, they have come in situations where you would most not like them to happen.
I get your drift, partner. I'm with you.
So now it's 4th down and 10. Dyson back to pass again. Over the middle, has his man Galloway. No, it's intercepted.
Guess
and who else but
who?
B.J. Wiest.
Guess who?
3rd interception of the season for B.J. And it comes on a big-time play on defense for Danville.
BJ's a baller, man. He's impressive. I mean, he stepped right in front of Gage Galloway to pick that ball off. That's a really nice defensive play. That is a wide receiver playing cornerback. I mean, truly a wide receiver playing cornerback.
That's now the 16th turnover this season for North Montgomery. As Danville will take over on the 21-yard line.
Kurt, you know North Montgomery is still winning this game, but it sure feels like Danville has all the momentum right now.
They certainly do, as we get a whistle before the play went off.
Another pre-snap penalty. Did someone jump?
And it's a false start on Danville.
Yep.
So another 5 yards added on here for Danville. Tonight's game brought to you by WinTech. We believe building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. Look for more at wintech.com. DiBenedetto's going to hand the ball off to Sharp again. He does not have much of a hole, but still keeps it moving across the 20-yard line. He was carrying maybe 5 or 6 players, both of his team and the opposing team. A pickup of 7 yards on the carry.
I think now is a good time for a shot between DiBenedetto and Wiest. You try to catch him down the sideline or over the middle. See if you can find anything here.
Oh, wonder which Jedi we have on hand here tonight. It's senior night, certainly not Star Wars night to my knowledge, here in Danville. DiBenedetto hands the ball off again to Sharp. He sheds a tackler before he's tripped up and falling towards the 35. Rather, the 25, excuse me. And he's still going to be well short of a first down.
Third and 6 here. Big third down. You like to convert this third down to kind of get out of your own territory here. You don't want to give the good field position right back to the Chargers.
Danville has prevailed on defense the last 2 drives from North Montgomery. The Warriors have a chance to take advantage of it right here. DiBenedetto takes a shot in the shoulder as he gets across the 35-yard line, but he picks up the necessary yards for a first down.
Man, that's some football right there, folks. That's a quarterback getting his team fired up, man. He just put his shoulder down, and he got the extra yards of the first down. Good Lord.
He told Brecken Hardy, get off me.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side of that one. He's not going to like that in film session tomorrow.
Some big-time plays being made by big-time players by both sides here tonight, Chris.
Man, I'm telling you, I am really impressed with the backup quarterback. Benedetto has been really impressive.
DiBenedetto with the quick handoff here to Sharp. He squirts his way through the line out across the 40. Pick up a 5 yards. Darren Sharp is getting awfully close to that 1,000-yard benchmark here on the season. He only needed 48 yards.
Tell you what, Chris DiBenedetto is going to mess around and get himself recruited here tonight. You know, if you're someone that's just watching and you see this 6'5" frame quarterback out here making plays, I mean, that may be something you want to invest in.
He's only completed 1 pass tonight. It was that 50-yarder to B.J. Wiest.
Oh,
Here's
nice job.
Sharp, though, getting across midfield. He gets a first down and a lot more down to the 43.
Sharp takes a leap over a would-be tackler right at the line of scrimmage there and gains a lot of yards after that. Nicely done.
12 yards to be exact on the run as a whole. And Danville is in business. Again, not a very good start for the Warriors, but they've really done a good job of keeping their poise and staying in this one.
Keep an eye right now on B.J. Wiest. He's on the bottom of your screen here.
DiBenedetto again going to the hot hand, and Sharp takes a shot. Looked like he nearly fumbled the football and maybe fumbled his pads along with it as well, but he still gets some positive yardage.
That was Austin Salk on the giving end of that stick there. I mean, he put a hit on Darren Sharp. Watch the stick there. Bam! Just got to wrap up, though. But I'll tell you what, Darren kind of fought him off as well. He didn't go down with that thing.
5-yard pickup there by Darren Sharp, getting the tackle, the running back on running back tackle right there between Salk and Sharp.
Yep.
Again, up the middle is Sharp. This time he gets held up right at the line of scrimmage and goes nowhere.
Much better job at the point of attack there by the North Montgomery Chargers to make sure Darren Sharp does not get any extra yards. Darren Sharp is tired, man.
He's put in a lot of work on this drive.
He really has. You got to be careful in these situations, too, because these are the times when you see a running back kind of lose the ball. Ball pops out.
Inside 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And again, Sharp corralled right at the line of scrimmage.
Drew Norman there with a big-time stop in a big-time situation.
And that's a tackle for loss. And so it's a big fourth down here for Danville.
Drew Norman gets his name called the first time of the night at a very important time. They needed that stop.
So a timeout here taken by North Montgomery, it appears, as both teams get a much-deserved rest here on this one. So be sure to see game highlights, promos, and more by following all of us here on ISC Sports Network on Twitter, Instagram, and many others. You can follow ISC Sports Network also on Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok. Subscribe on ISC's YouTube channel for free game streams as well. Just search ISC Sports Network on any of those platforms. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling here. Chris, what are these teams discussing right now in their respective huddles?
Well, I mean, you got to find a way if you're Danville to kind of finish this drive. I mean, you only have 1:36 left in the half. You got to find a way to get something and cash in on this. And if you're the Chargers, just get the ball back.
So a quick correction, the Danville Warriors actually took the timeout there, not North Montgomery. So out of the timeout, here's DiBenedetto with some time to pass. Fires a dart right towards his tight end, looking for Evan Lawrence, and it falls incomplete. And that is another big stop on fourth down here by North Montgomery, and they'll take over on downs.
That's a tough break, man. You had the momentum, but now you're sitting with the opportunity of still going in the second half down by 2 points.
More tight coverage there by Austin Sulk from the linebacker spot. So a promising drive fizzles out for Danville, and North Montgomery has 90 seconds here to try and add something.
See what Dyson can come up with here.
Ross Dyson in the pistol again. High snap, going to give the ball this time. And that's Gage Galloway from the running back spot. And he pummels forward for maybe a gain of a couple before he's tackled in the backfield.
And Darren Sharp, Darren Sharp is a heck of a football player.
So it's a gain of a yard on the play. And Sharp just absolutely stopping Gage Galloway in his tracks.
I think if you're North Montgomery at this point, you're content with how the first half is gone. You just hold on to the football here and get into halftime and make some adjustments.
Pitch to Galloway again. Turns the corner, gets the first down out towards the 50. And North Montgomery will probably have to run at least one more play here before the end of the half. And it's going to be may have had a timeout called here. We'll see. Nope, no timeout. Just going to respot things and reset the clock. The play clock, mind you. Gain of 11 yards on the run there by Galloway.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like North Montgomery's in too much of a hurry here.
Quarterback keeper by Dyson gets across midfield. And he's upended there by Sutton Fullwider. Another gain of 5 yards on the play, and quick timeout called here by one of these two respective squads.
I wonder was that timeout called by North Montgomery because Ross Dyson came up and he was gimpy on that play. And a couple reasons. You want to give him the chance to kind of regroup, and with the timeout, he can stay in the game. He does not have to come out. And so hopefully that was the case in that situation.
Timeout was, in fact, taken by North Montgomery, so that leaves 2 timeouts for the remainder of these last 12 seconds in the half for both of these squads. Again, Danville 3-3 in conference play. North Montgomery 2-4 in that regard this year. Tonight, though, it's been a 3-way shootout for the conference championship between Western Boone, Lebanon, and Tri-West. All 3 of those teams 5-1 in conference play coming into tonight. So one of those 3 teams, or maybe more, 2 or maybe possibly all 3, depending on who they're playing tonight, will come away with a conference championship here tonight in the Sagamore Conference.
Three-way tie for first place on the last night of the season, huh?
Funny how some things work out.
No kidding.
So in the final 12 seconds here of the first half, it's been a competitive but certainly a stalemate for the most part here in this one. Dyson looking long, and he throws another interception. Once again, B.J. Wiest.
That looked like another quarterback, because that looked like a right-handed throw at that time. Maybe get a replay on that. That looked like a different quarterback out there. Oh, couldn't see it at the beginning. But I'm not sure that Ross Dyson threw that interception.
Well, it's another interception for B.J. Wiest, regardless. And indeed, it was a different quarterback. Couldn't quite see the number of who it was that threw that ball. It might have been Drew Norman, who is the backup quarterback on the depth chart. And indeed, it is Drew Norman who threw that interception. So he gets an INT to his credit here so far this season.
Yeah, but it's really not really harmful for him. It's basically a punt here at the end of the half. Go in and get coached up at the half and see what happens in the second half.
But now you have Chris DiBenedetto alone in the backfield, and he looks to just try and pitch it out to B.J. Wiest. And so we're getting as many plays as we possibly can here, but in this final 12 seconds, we're down to 3 seconds left here in the half.
Yes, we are. Last 10 seconds have taken 5 minutes.
Danville as a team, they've only completed 3 passes all game long. And so Danville just content to go into victory formation and send this one to halftime. So, as we talked about, it's been a grinded-out fest here. North Montgomery scores on their opening drive. They've been scoreless since. Meanwhile, Danville, they've been able to cut it to a 2-point deficit going to halftime. North Montgomery on top of Danville here in Sagamore Conference action. Going to halftime here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at join.wintech.com.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISC Sports Network.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Titmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
It's halftime here at Warrior Stadium in Danville, here on the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Chris Walker, I am Kurt Darling, the Danville Band, doing a halftime performance, as you always have here, customary and Friday nights. And meanwhile, it is senior night here at Danville. And right now, Chris, Danville, they're certainly putting in a valiant effort here on senior night, but they still haven't been quite able to get back to that point that North Montgomery set early on in this contest.
Well, as of right now, that failed kind of two-point conversion situation that they had where they had the penalties is kind of biting them in the backside. So it's an 8-6 game. North Montgomery, we saw a really nice drive by North Montgomery to get their touchdown in their two-point conversion. So let's see if both teams can get in at the half, get coached up, settle down a little bit, cut out some of the penalties that are being so costly, and then see what they do in the second half.
In fact, according to my unofficial stat sheet right now, Danville has 4 penalties right now to 3 for North Montgomery. But as I mentioned, and I said this, and I made this very clear, is the fact that there's never an opportune time to have penalties. But needless to say, in times when you are looking to score, that is certainly not a time to have penalties. And Danville had 2 at the end of their drive to score that first touchdown that they had in the second quarter.
Yeah, the penalties are bad, and they're really costly when they take points off the board. And we've seen it where they had a touchdown taken off the board, but then they got that right back, but they weren't able to get the extra point, the two-point conversion back that they lost via penalty. So got to clean that up, and you'll be much better if you do that.
Meanwhile, getting ready for sectional play next week, Danville going to be taking on Tri-West, and North Montgomery going to be taking on Speedway. Danville will be right back here at home next week against number 10 Tri-West. That'll be a conference rematch, basically, after a loss to Tri-West earlier this year. They only lost to Tri-West by 3 points in the regular season.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, so you want to kind of sharpen your skills right now to get ready for that.
Meanwhile, North Montgomery going to be taking on Speedway. They had not played them at all during the regular season. They are sectional opponents in sectional 29 as well. We'll take another quick timeout. Back in a moment here on the Endeavor Communications halftime show here on the ISC Sports Network.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC. Local lives here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at join.wintech.com.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISC Sports Network.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch. Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Endeavor Communications is the proud sponsor of tonight's halftime show. Business phone solutions with Endeavor Communications. More than a phone system, Endeavor offers a hosted, unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at WeEndeavor.com. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling. Chris, let's take a look at some halftime stats here. Basically, it's been even keel for the most part here between running and throwing the ball for these two squads.
Yeah, man, you're looking at 97 rushing yards for North Montgomery, 91 for Danville, passing 49 to 63. So it's a close game, but that's why it's 8-6 right now.
And you also have 2 turnovers for North Montgomery, 2 interceptions collected by B.J. Wiest on that one. Those have certainly been costly to get things moving for North Montgomery on the other side as we keep moving towards the second half here. We'll go ahead and take another quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at some highlights and some keys going into the second half here from Chris. Back in a moment here on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Leaps of man, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
There's this traveling section there for North Montgomery and the visiting section here at Warriors Stadium here on the ISC Sports Network. We're in Danville, Indiana, as the Warriors trail the Chargers of North Montgomery 8-6 here at halftime. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling. Chris, let's take a look at some highlights here from that first half. It was certainly entertaining in spite of the fact that we only haven't had so much scoring, but needless to say, Darren Sharp has proven why he is a hot commodity for this Danville squad.
Yeah, Darren Sharp's been doing everything. He's been good on offense, been good on defense. See a pass play there. Number 4, Jace Scrafton. They started the game out going to him a couple times.
We haven't seen from or heard from him since, though, and also that's Connor Soper, who was the starting quarterback, making those throws, but we haven't seen him since. We'll get to that in just a little bit here, as that was basically the extent of the opening drive. Meanwhile, here is Ross Dyson doing some big things through the air.
Dyson going to Ramsey here for the completion. Gets tackled out of bounds. Then you see Dyson throwing again to my football crush Gage Galloway here, who just wants to run you over.
He has both caught passes and rushed the ball as well. He has accounted for a lot of the total offense here tonight for North Montgomery. But this was just part of that whole 16-play drive that worked their way down the field. And as Hank Stram most meticulously said, you matriculate the ball down the field. They certainly did on this drive right here.
And that was a screen there to Mikhail Willis. Then you get another handoff to Salk, pick up a few yards. And like you said, they're just matriculating their way down the football field.
Nearly fumbled the football right there on that one.
Here's that pitch out to Salk there, and he gets upfield.
Certainly a lot of highlights coming on this particular drive alone here. Dyson with a big catch to your football crush.
Yeah, that was Galloway on that crossing route, which I think is open quite a bit. That's pretty much open whenever they want to do it.
And, of course, that would set up a couple of plays here and there before they get a big touchdown setting up run here by Salk off of the fumbled snap going out of bounds.
Yeah, good job there by Salk. Just hard-nosed runner. And then Dyson tucks it away and gets himself down to about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Until finally
think this one got sacked. Yeah.
The sack here by Evan Lawrence. Again, they keep dangling the touchdown in front of us right here, but until finally it was on this nice little pitch out here to Austin Sulk to get his 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
And I think at that point in the game, that was the first time we had seen the option play, and it was a perfect time to run that play.
And then they get the 2-point conversion as well here from Gage Galloway, which made it 8-0 at that juncture going into the second quarter, to which then we saw Danville really come to life on defense as well here, as you had Ross Dyson just moving his way downfield, but a big wrestling move made there by Stephen Webb. Then you saw the offense of Danville really coming to life.
Yeah, that's Darren Sharp in there just keeping his feet moving. Then you get the long pass, the longest play of the game so far to B.J. Weiss, and just a touchdown-saving tackle there by Gage Galloway.
And a couple of penalties later. Wow. This was a nifty play by B.J. Weiss to get the touchdown, but that would end up being called back. And finally, after a couple of plays, Darren Sharp was able to scamper 22 yards for a touchdown.
Yes, he was.
However, there would be no 2-point conversion because of penalties as well, and that brings us to the score we are at, 8-6. We'll take one final timeout, and then we'll come back for kickoff here on the ISC Sports Network.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintec have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintec.com. Wintec, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at join.wintec.com.
Getting set for third quarter action here in Danville, here on the ISC Sports Network. Chris Walker, Kurt Darling here with you. Chris, what are you looking for here in the second half for both of these squads?
Well, I mean, it's pretty similar for both teams. I think you got to find a way to play a clean half of football, right? We haven't had a ton of penalties, but the penalties that have been made have been costly. So if you can cut that out, you're going to give yourself a better chance to win this football game.
30 penalty yards here for Danville in this one, 20 yards of penalties for North Montgomery. But again, a lot of those penalties coming in very costly situations, especially for Danville here in this one. Danville had lost the toss. They started with the football in the beginning of the game, so North Montgomery going to get the ball to start this second half here. And needless to say, if North Montgomery can put together a drive like we saw at the beginning of quarter number 1, Danville might be in trouble.
That is exactly what they need. They need to come out and really impose their will, run the ball down the field with Salk and Dyson, get themselves in the end zone.
So here we go with 2 more quarters of action here in the regular season. It is week 9 of high school football here throughout the state of Indiana. The final night of regular season action before we start tournament play next week. And it should be a fun-filled 2 quarters of action left to go here in this Sagamore Conference matchup here in Central Hendricks County. We're underway here to start the second half. And an end-over-end boot going to be taken here by Gage Galloway, and he gets that back to the 30-yard line before he's immediately corralled by the gunning staff of the special teams unit here for the Warriors.
All right. I'm anxious to see this opening drive here by the Chargers.
Ross Dyson with 49 yards through the air in that first quarter. coupled with a team effort of 97 yards on the ground for the Chargers as well. The bulk of that by Austin Sulk, again looking for that 1,000 career rushing yard mark here for the season. He was 146 yards away coming into the night in that regard. He's also a junior, so he has one more season as well to add on to his total. So here's Dyson in the gun. Dyson sheds the pressure, has to get rid of the ball. He finds Sulk in stride. That is a pass, and he gets it across the first down marker, across the 40-yard line, loses the football, but they're going to say he's down right there at the 40-yard line. And it looks like Sulk might be hurt.
Yeah, he's down.
He is down on the far sideline. That is not a good sign for North Montgomery.
Not at all.
12-yard pitch and catch right there for the first down.
My goodness, B.J. Weiss was on the wrong side of that collision.
And so the runner was down, Sulk was down, so it's not a fumble. Meanwhile, Sulk is still holding himself up here on the far sideline.
You can't tell what's bothering him. Is it head, is it knee, or leg?
It looks like he might be favoring his
left
leg right there. It looks like he can't put any weight on it.
Oh, yeah.
And that is going to be a key loss for North Montgomery if he can't return tonight.
That's not fun.
Ooh, that does not look good.
No, I want to see this guy in the second half. We need him in this football game.
So there you see Sulk being helped gingerly across the sideline. And so this certainly changes a few things here for North Montgomery, as you will see Gage Galloway now slot into that tailback spot, which we saw him do a few times, and we'll see Lucas Leidy now check in at that wide receiver spot to fill in for Galloway.
Well, Galloway, like I said, is an extremely hard runner, so they won't miss too much with him back there.
So based off what we saw right there, Chris, we can only assume that Sulk might likely be done for the night, as Galloway gets corralled right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, hopefully it's just kind of something that's bothering him now. He can shake it off a little bit and get himself back out there in the action.
Again, Austin Sulk, a three-sport athlete as well, along with Ross Dyson, playing football, basketball, and baseball. And a key contributor on both sides of the football as well. In fact, he has a career pick six that he had while he was a freshman against Crawfordsville. So here's Dyson. Looks over the left side, has his man. That's going to be Drew Norman. And a nice pitch and catch for a first down.
Nice job there by Drew Norman.
Actually, they're going to be just shy of a first down. It'll be about 2 yards shy, gain of 8.
That puts them back in a position where they can have the option to run or throw the ball. And I would expect, by the trends that we've seen so far from North Montgomery, they will run this ball with either Dyson or Galloway here.
Third down and a long 2. Dyson on the pitch, this time to Galloway. He has the first down along the far sideline, still has a lot more as he tight ropes along that far sideline. A nice gain of about 12 yards.
Well, he only was tight roping because he had no interest in going out of bounds. So he was seeking contact and no one wanted to play with him there.
Just keeps going, staying in bounds was he across the 35-yard line.
Nice run there. I mean, that option play for them on those third down and shorts has been a really good play call.
If you're head coach Josh Thompson, you certainly like being able to just slot Galloway right in there
100%.
for the injured Sulk.
100%.
On the keeper here is Dyson, and he rolls his way across the 30. Solid gain of 7 yards right there, and North Montgomery, despite the injury to Austin Sulk, still moving the ball quite nicely here.
Good tackler by Stephen Webb, by the way.
North Montgomery here tonight looking for their 306th win in program history.
I'd like to see the option run right toward the far side. Oh, my goodness!
Fumbled snap. Dyson has to fall on top of it. He loses it, and it's picked up by Danville.
You know what? let's give some credit. Trey Ross made a really good play on that. Once that ball gets loose, it's a fair game. And so Trey Ross came up and really pushed, I think that was Dyson down. Yeah, he pushed him down so he couldn't jump on that football, which gave his teammate an opportunity to get on it. That's a very, very heads-up play there by Trey Ross.
And that teammate, Darren Sharp.
Of course it is.
The running back getting his first fumble recovery of the season.
Of course it is.
And that is a huge stop for the Danville defense, who can now cash in plus territory to try and take the lead. And again, it is Chris DiBenedetto back in at quarterback. As a man in motion, he fumbles the snap as well, and he just tries to dart forward to get a minimal gain, but instead they're going to call him down right where he picked the ball up. So that's going to be loss of a couple yards.
Got to clean it up, guys. You got to clean it up here.
So you had a fumbled snap by North Montgomery and immediately a fumbled snap by Danville. Clearly they are suffering from the same sort of ailment right now. From under center again, here is Sharp. He gets back across midfield and powers forward for maybe a gain of 4.
You know, it's almost like to see Benedetto when he gets down under center to kind of maybe bend more at the knees and kind of straighten up his torso a little bit. He does look extremely uncomfortable getting down in that position.
Again, DiBenedetto listed as 6'5", 170 pounds. He is a tall frame to be playing quarterback, but he has a cannon for an arm, as we've seen.
Yes, he does.
DiBenedetto back to pass again, but gets caught up in a collapsing pocket, and the sack going to go to Kelby Harwood.
Nice job there by the defense.
So Harwood, you see, coming around on that corner. A little help as well from Dylan Braun.
I'll tell you what, we've been talking about the 6'5" stature of DiBenedetto, but I'll tell you what, number 49, Evan Lawrence, this is a tight end, defensive end, 6'7", 245. He's
lots
not
of size on this Danville squad. So the Warriors unable to cash in on the fumbled snap by North Montgomery, and they have to punt it away, and not a favorable punt either. They only get it down to about the 30-yard line.
All right, so North Montgomery, they were moving the ball last time they had it, but they had the botched snap, and that kind of changed things around. See if they can pick up where they left off.
So still no sign of Austin Sulk as well. Again, he had, actually no, there he is. He is in the backfield right now. After not being able to put any weight, it looked like it might have been a cramp or something like that. Either way, that is an excellent sight to see Austin Sulk back in the backfield here for North Montgomery.
Let's give some credit to the training staff of that North Montgomery team getting one of their bell cows back on the field. That he is much needed.
And they go right to him here, trying to turn the corner, but there's Wiest right there on the initial hit.
Great job by Danville.
And that will stop the play. That's a loss of a couple yards.
That is what you call, when you hear coaches in practice say we need to get 11 hats to the football defensively, that's exactly what Danville did that time.
You just saw Sulk get the ball, and immediately Danville swarmed him.
Yes, it did.
So 2nd down and 12 here for North Montgomery. Dyson back to pass over the middle, tries to thread the needle there to William Ramsey, excuse me. But it looked like it was deflected down there by Webb with a little bit of help as well from Sutton Fullwider.
I like that idea. If you can get that pass right in that window, you can catch it, and Ramsey can run for a long time. But it's got to be a perfect pitch and catch in that situation.
Take a look at the replay here. Just going right in between. And definitely you saw both those players get a hand on it.
Yeah, if you can get in between the cornerback, the linebacker, and the safety there, man, there's a lot of yardage after that.
Dyson on 3rd down and long, steps up in the pocket. No one to throw to. And he's brought down for another sack there by Danville. Second sack of the night now for the Warriors. You saw Sharp in there, along with a little help from Stephen Webb.
Gregory Cade in there as well, 66.
And so give the credit on the sack to Cade. And so back-to-back punts here for both of these squads.
Wow.
So we had some very up-tempo scoring here early on. It's just been a stalemate, to say the least, here in this one, Chris.
Yes, it has. Neither team can really get anything going.
So here's Jared Kirsch putting a big boot in it. He gets it across midfield, and it goes out of bounds right around the 45. And they'll spot it at the 44-yard line. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Endeavor Communications, who offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us today at weendeavor.com for more info. So Danville with their tall quarterback, Chris DiBenedetto hands it off to a new running back here across midfield, and that's Sean Robinson getting his first carry of the evening.
Tell you what, Sean Robinson, is a great run by him, but he better protect that football because there is a perfect opportunity in that situation to punch that football out of there. He had it high and tight, but man, not paying attention, you can come from behind and really punch that thing out of there.
Gain of 9 yards puts it 2nd down and 1 here for the Warriors. And the Warriors get the Chargers to jump.
Danville has to find a way to get B.J. Weiss down the field again and throw him a ball down the field, because I like his ball skills, and I would take a chance. If I can get a matchup where I get him one-on-one with someone, to be honest, if I can even get him one-on-two with someone, I'm going to try to throw it to him.
So the 5-yard offside penalty gives an automatic 1st down here to Danville. DiBenedetto hands the ball off again to Robinson. He tries to spin through a tackle and falls forward, a gain of 2. And now they're saying that the ball came out and that the fumble was recovered by Hopkins, but the officials are saying that he was down.
North Montgomery trying to make sure the officials give him the football.
But still, again, Sean, or rather, Chris, as you mentioned, that looks like a fumble, but you mentioned how he needs to protect the ball.
Yeah, you got to get that thing. I mean, because he's running through a lot of traffic, and the ball does seem kind of loose. You can't keep doing that.
He does not appear to be down. He looked like he was on top of a defender, but no replay in high school football. We play on as they put Darren Sharp back into the ball game here.
I wonder, was that because Darren Sharp needed a rest? Because he is doing a lot on both sides of the football.
He definitely has had more than 15 carries tonight. As you have clock ticking down inside of 4 minutes here in what has been a very stale 3rd quarter, to say the least, as far as scoring is concerned.
3rd down and 9. Got to get the ball to B.J. Weiss some kind of way.
DiBenedetto hands the ball off to Sharp again. Danville trying to pound the rock. Oh, we have a late flag.
What is that?
We'll check the flag here. It was only a gain of a couple yards there by Sharp.
Oh my God, it looks like it's against North Montgomery, and it may be is it a face mask?
It is indeed a face mask. That is a 15-yard penalty on North Montgomery, so that will give Danville a free 1st down.
I think it happens at the end of the play here. You can see, yeah, there it is. Sharp's face mask, yeah.
Slight little hand to the face mask right there by the tackling player. Looked like that may have been Noah Hopkins, the guilty party.
Yeah, no real intent to do damage there. You just got his hands high and kind of scraped against the face mask. Hate to see that call, but you have to make that call.
And so that keeps the drive alive here for Danville. They are now working inside the 35.
But they went from a 3rd and 9 to a first down there.
And now we have a whistle as they get the play set here. They have to move the chains because it was a first down. It was a 15-yard penalty.
I hear some parents near the press box screaming at the refs out there, telling them to wake up.
And now they want them to reset the clock as well. So the ball is sitting at the 32-yard line, and it'll be a first down. So now the officials got the chain gang all set.
Clock reset to 3:35 as opposed to 3:15.
So they put 20 seconds back on the clock. DiBenedetto with the quick spin and a handoff here to Sharp. No, it's a keeper. Fooled me and everybody. And DiBenedetto gets a first down and takes a hard hit out of bounds down at the 10.
I tell you what, man, really nice play there. Great play fake there by DiBenedetto. But, man, he's got to learn how to fall a little bit better because he goes down hard, man. Jeez.
He took a hard lift there from Gage Galloway.
Yeah.
And certainly kind of carried the momentum with him. But either way, a solid 20-yard gain and a first down here for Danville, who are threatening in the red zone now. And DiBenedetto follows the snap again, and it looks like North Montgomery fell on top of it.
Yes, they do. There's no way Danville can have that football.
And they did.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Another costly turnover.
Oh, no.
A fumbled snap by North Montgomery, and now another one by Danville.
Yeah, DiBenedetto just never really got control of that snap. I wanted to say he was maybe pulling out too soon, but he didn't. I don't think he did. He just botched the snap, man. That is a tough break. But again, he's the backup quarterback. You know, how many snaps is he getting? I mean, how used to that action is he? So just a tough break right now.
And so North Montgomery deep in their own territory, keeping Danville from getting the go-ahead score. Dyson getting some pressure again, and if there's one thing that Danville has been getting, it's pressure on the quarterback here this second half.
They really have been. I mean, you didn't see a ton of it in the first half, but they have really done some things, made some adjustments at the half, and they have been really good at getting in the backfield and causing all kinds of issues for Ross Dyson.
There you see Stephen Webb getting the sack there on Dyson. That's now 3 sacks on the night here for Danville. Getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Quick snap, give is to Sulk, and he is corralled in the backfield for a loss. Give a tackle for loss there to Andrew Smith.
Andrew Smith, his name has been called several times today.
We got a flag on the play here late.
Oh, please don't. Look, what's this going to be? Oh, wait a second. They're not going to call this against Andrew Smith at the end of the play, are they?
Will it be unsportsmanlike conduct, or
if you call that on Smith, it would have to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. But I think that's shouldn't be the case. Oh my God!
And it is a personal foul on Danville. So North Montgomery gave Danville a free 15 yards and a first down on their previous drive. So does Danville here to North Montgomery.
Take it away. I mean, that's tough.
And again, getting back to the mistakes component, Josh Thompson talked about this with his team. He said that they just need to eliminate mistakes. He said after their loss to Southmont earlier this season that we can't simply keep making mistakes and expect to win. Too many times we've shot ourselves in the foot. Well, case in point.
Another flag.
And now we have another flag, as you mentioned, Chris.
And this will be on, oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
And it looks like it might be against it's a sideline warning against Danville. Looks like Coach Jamie Comer getting in the ear of the line judge right there down on the bottom of your screen.
I tell you what, and they're kind of going at it right now. It's, man.
Coach Comer not too happy with what the officials have been calling here of late. High snap here by Dyson, and he gets it off here to Norman.
It's pretty good defense there.
Gain of 5 yards on that little short pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It's another good job of showing restraint there by Carter Pruitt, because that's a situation where a lot of times where you'll see, especially in high school football, where the player will throw the runner out of bounds and get an unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul there. But good job by Carter Pruitt laying off, being disciplined, and getting off the field.
Dyson on the snap, and the quarterback keeper gets the first down and across midfield.
Man, that was the option play again, but that time Dyson faked it and kept the ball, and he is just a bowling ball running down the field.
That's a 14-yard carry there by Dyson.
Watch this at the end. He just, oh my goodness.
He just said, get off me to Ethan Wells.
Oh, man.
Ethan Wells was ready to tackle him. Dyson said, no thank you.
Oh my goodness.
And now an official timeout on the field here as we wait for a player to tie their shoe. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by WinTech, where we believe building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. To see our residential service and business solutions, visit wintech.com. 90 seconds remaining here in this quarter. Oh, on the late option keeper by Dyson, delayed handoff, keeps it himself and barrels forward for a first down.
Well, here's the thing. There's good and bad on this play. The great thing is Dyson rumbles down for a first down. But, man, his poor teammate, Austin Salk, just took a beating because he faked the handoff to him, and he just took a pounding for that for no reason.
I guess that's the football version of what we call a bait and switch.
Oh, man.
Because Salk was clearly the bait there for Dyson.
Oh, my goodness. That's being a good teammate.
As we take inside of a minute. Dyson again on the planned keeper. A solid gain for 5 yards.
Looks like this North Montgomery offensive line, this rushing attack is really starting to wear Danville down a little bit, because they're getting a good push off the line of scrimmage, and they're getting a lot of yardage on these running plays right now. I wouldn't even rush to get a playoff right now. I'd take a break.
If you're North Montgomery, you're ahead too.
Yeah,
going
no
to
kidding.
quarter number 4, why not?
Absolutely.
This time the handoff is to Salk, and with a full head of steam, he's able to carve out about 3 yards. And that should take us to the end of quarter number 3. One more quarter to go here in the regular season of IHSAA football action. Danville still trailing at North Montgomery 8-6, going to the fourth and final quarter. Back in a minute here on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now, because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch. Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Be sure to subscribe to ISC Sports Network for the best in semi-pro, college, and high school sports in Indiana and beyond. We are your home for the best live high school football coverage in Central Indiana and have thousands of games in our archive from around the state. Subscribe today for just $4.99 per month at ISCSportsNetwork.com. Going to the fourth quarter here on the ISC Sports Network. Chris Walker, Kurt Darling here with you. And Chris, as we were going to the fourth quarter, the Chargers are once again without Austin Sulk, who had to be helped off the field, as you see right there. Again, just some foot issues for him.
Yeah, it looks like there is something going on with his foot. You hate to see it because the kid's been so important in this game, and his team really needs him. So hopefully he can shake this off again and get back out to hopefully finish his game with his team.
He was able to come back into the ball game after having to be helped off of the field earlier in the third quarter. So once again, it'll be Galloway in the backfield for North Montgomery.
Blitz.
Here it comes as you see a quick snap by Dyson.
Oh, my goodness.
And a late flag on the play.
That's going to be some kind of unsportsmanlike the way that was thrown and how late it was.
So it looks like we have a couple flags here, one on the far sideline and then one right there in the defensive backfield. We'll see what the officials decide to go with here, as once again, it's just been a clunky second half here. Penalties, mistakes, and just a lot of negative play here from both of these squads here down the stretch.
Getting really sloppy.
So the officials conferencing right about the 30-yard line.
It looks like it's going to be something against both teams here, maybe.
And we didn't even get a second off of the clock right there before they blew that play dead. And it looks like they are going to walk a penalty off here against Danville. And it's an offside, so looks like they jumped the snap a little too much right there when they were trying to go for that blitz. And then we have another one here. It's a personal foul.
Ugh.
So when all is said and done, it's going to be a negative play here for North Montgomery. It'll back them up a couple yards. And it'll be third down and long now for the Chargers. So it's showing first down on the field right now here.
I don't know how that could be.
And it's going to be first down and 10. I'm not exactly sure what the judgment is here at the moment. They put the ball at the 38-yard line, and they're calling it first down and 10.
That just doesn't seem right.
Anyway, they run the clock here, and Dyson is in the gun. Throw is out to Willis this time. He splits some defenders, goes along the sideline, and goes down, fumbles the ball as he gets down, and they're going to say it is a fumble recovery by Danville.
That is B.J. Weiss. That's the best play of the game tonight. He came from behind and punched that football out. That was a tremendous defensive play, and I'm telling you, this kid has a nose. Watch this play at the end here. He has a nose for the football. He gets B, kind of misses the tackle. He saves the play, and he comes and punches that ball out with his outside arm. And I don't know how the heck he was able to keep the ball in bounds. That is just an unbelievable football play there.
Another turnover forced by Danville. And that is the first fumble of the season by Mikhail Willis. And as I talked about inopportune times earlier on in this broadcast here, Chris, that was an inopportune time to have a fumble if you're North Montgomery.
It was, and I feel for Mikhail Willis, but I'm telling you right now, that is just a tremendous football play by B.J. Weiss.
B.J. Weiss has been all over the place tonight, and now he is going places again here as he takes a hard hit to the side shoulder pad from Gage Galloway as he brings it out again across the 20-yard line.
Galloway's a mean dude, man. Oh, gotta love it. it. Love the way he plays the game.
Gain of about 4 yards on that end-around play there too, Wiest.
Oh,
now
my
we have
goodness.
another flag on the play on North Montgomery.
I actually think that may be on Galloway there kind of talking on the sidelines, because after he made the hit on Wiest, he kind of got up and maybe taunted a little bit. But, man, you know what? To me, that's football. I mean, you got to talk a little trash. If you make a hit like that, you got to say something.
So they're walking off another 15 yards here. And it's a first down for Danville. And believe it or not here, Chris, I think there have been more first downs gained off of penalties in this second half than there have been actual football play.
You may be right, my friend.
Meanwhile, DiBenedetto back under center. The quick handoff this time to Sharp, who is still looking for that breakout run as he goes across the 40-yard line. And another flag called, it appears, on North Montgomery. You saw Darren Sharp kind of tauntily clapping there after that flag was thrown.
Oh,
it's
my
another
Lord.
personal foul on North Montgomery. Things are just coming apart at the seams right now for North Montgomery.
Completely unraveling, and I don't know what's going on. I mean,
That's now 30 yards in penalty yardage that you have given to your opponent on the last 2 plays. And we're being told to look here at Noah Hopkins, number 44 here for North Montgomery. As you see the tackle there, and just maybe a late hit. Are they calling that a late hit on Noah Hopkins?
Well, if so, that is weak in my opinion. I mean, I almost like he was trying to jump over the pile. I mean, he didn't even really make any contact.
So a timeout taken here by North Montgomery. That's their first timeout here of this second half. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us today at weendeavor.com for more information. Alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling, and right now here, Chris, we hate to see it, but the officials have kind of had to take over this game here over the last couple of plays.
Yeah, it's really unraveled. It's gotten really, really sloppy. Both teams, hopefully that timeout can settle both teams down, and we can get back to some cleaner football.
Again, we have not had any scoring here in this second half. North Montgomery has not scored since their opening drive in the first quarter. DiBenedetto with the quick handoff again to Sharp, and he gets across the 40, a gain of 4.
Tell you what, if they wanted to, they could have thrown another flag. That time they could have thrown a flag on 44. Actually, it looks like the ref told him to go out. I wonder if he got kicked out of the game here. Oh, I saw it.
Oh, there's a little bit of extras right there.
What's interesting, though, is watch the ref here. The ref tells him, pointing him off the field, but he didn't throw a flag. What? You can't. You're not the coach. You can't tell him to get off the field.
Well, either way, we're continuing play here. I don't see Noah Hopkins on the field right now. This has just been a very bizarrely officiated game here over the last couple of plays or so, as you see Sharp get back across the 35, another gain of 5.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. I mean, it's okay. If you point him over on the sidelines, you got to throw him out, or you got to throw a flag, right? You can't tell. Now he's coming back on the
field.
field.
Looks like they may have told him to just get off the field for one play or something. Either way, Noah Hopkins
his helmet
is back
didn't come
on.
off. I mean, what's going on out here, guys?
The previous run by Sharp results in a first down. And another fumble snap. And this time DiBenedetto's able to fall on top of it. That seems to be an issue. And it seems to me here, Chris, that maybe Chris DiBenedetto's height might be a slight disadvantage because he's having to reach a far distance down to pick up that ball, and it might be hindering his ability to actually get the snap.
Well, he obviously is very tall at 6'5", but it's the height's not the issue. It's the form. I don't think his posture, the way he's getting set up, is appropriate for what he's trying to do. He's got to bend his knees a little bit more and put his torso up more upright.
That time he's able to get the handoff to Sharp to make up at least that lost yard on the fumbled snap and a few more.
Tell you, his quads will be a lot more sore doing it my way, but I think he'll be more secure with the football.
If he does sore quads, turnover football.
Right.
Take your pick. So DiBenedetto back under center again here. Ball just inside the 30. A big third down here for Danville, and it looks like they may have drawn North Montgomery off sides.
Kurt, this is the way this is shaping up and the way this clock is moving. This, if Danville can score here, this could be a dagger. I mean, it truly could be a dagger. So, I mean, they got to make sure they stay as clean as possible to find a way to get this ball in the end zone. And it starts with Chris DiBenedetto securing the snap.
So another free 5 yards. That's the 5th penalty in this second half here on North Montgomery. Handoff to Sharp. Has a little bit of a hole, led by B.J. Wiest, and it looks like that's enough for a first down.
It's a good run there. Nice off-tackle run there by Sharp. Just kept moving, and he just kept moving the pile.
And it was that penalty that set them up to be able to get that first down.
Absolutely. We talked about trying to clean things up and play clean football, but it just hasn't happened.
Danville desperate to try and get into the end zone here on this drive. Last time they were in this situation, they fumbled. Pitch to Wiest. It was a delayed pitch. It looked like DiBenedetto had another issue securing the ball before he could get the ball out to Wiest.
Well, the other thing is Wiest almost let that ball come out of his. Yeah, it almost came out of his hands as well here at the end. Oh my goodness, it did. It kind of rolled around his back, and he's able to corral it again, and pull it back into his breadbasket. But man, he got to really secure this football here. I'm gonna need to talk to one of my football coach buddies, because I need to understand what happened when I saw the official signaling the player to go off the field. I can't figure that one out. I really can't.
Loss of 8 yards on the play there, and now we have a whistle before the play got off here.
And I'll tell you what, man, I just saw number 11, Jaden Thompson, really getting in the face of number 44, Noah Hopkins, trying to tell him to settle down. Noah is on a mission right now. He's got to stay within himself to make sure he doesn't get himself into some trouble.
Meanwhile, it's a false start on Danville, so that'll be 5 yards given back to North Montgomery here for the time being.
And Danville is unfortunately going the wrong way.
Again, they got into the red zone, and things just start unraveling. That's exactly what happened the previous time they got in this situation. So it's 2nd down and 24 yards. They have to get to the 9-yard line to get a first down. The ball sitting right now at the 32. Wiest in motion again. DiBenedetto back to pass, feeling the pressure, looking in the end zone, and it is short. The ball may have been tipped as he was looking again, this time for Jace Scrafton, and it falls incomplete.
Of course, Gage Galloway back there breaking things up, doing what he does. Let's see if this ball was tipped at all. Oh, close.
Either that or the arm of DiBenedetto got swiped a little bit there on the pressure from Kelby Harwood, and that affected the throw just enough to fall just short of him. So now it's 3rd and a mile. Danville going for broke here on this one. And they opt to just hand the ball off to Sharp. Spins and misses a couple tacklers to get back at least close to the 20-yard line. So now Danville has only attempted 1 field goal all season long, and they made it. It was 22 yards by Caleb Harvey. This would be a 32-yarder if they were able to try it,
and they are not
going to.
So now if you're North Montgomery, you have to expect, you got to find where B.J. Wiest is, and you got to put 2 people on him. You better bracket coverage him some kind of way.
4th down and 13. DiBenedetto has some time. Pocket collapsing, looking in the end zone, and overthrows Wiest. Led him a little bit too long, and good coverage as well, as that will be another turnover on downs.
I think that's just inexperience on the quarterback there. in that situation, Benedetto's got to understand, throw the ball, keep the ball in the end zone, give your player a chance to make a play. Even if you throw the interception there, who cares? It's 4th down. It's better than not knowing what you can do by throwing that ball out of bounds.
So Danville losing some precious time as now North Montgomery is in a perfect position to be able to wind the clock and put this one away 2 points ahead.
This is when you go into your 6-minute drill here. You try to run this clock down. Don't let Danville get the ball back.
And it appears Austin Salk is back in the backfield again for North Montgomery, able to work out his foot issues for the time being. And here is how you keep that clock moving, is by running the ball.
I wonder what's going on with him, how he's able to come back from this.
You never want to speculate when it comes to injuries, but you always think maybe a cramp, maybe some plantar issues in his foot. Either way, it's something that he's able to work out on the sideline and get back into playing. Certainly better to have him on the field than not if you're North Montgomery. Dyson. The quarterback keeper makes a man miss and is able to squirt ahead for a few yards.
That little Lamar Jackson in him right there, man. That was pretty slick.
That'll be 3rd down here for North Montgomery. As you see, he just makes a man miss with just a little bit of elusiveness in the feet. It's only a gain of 3, though.
This is a big 3rd down because if you don't get it here, you actually need to punt the ball away.
It's a gusty night here at Danville. Wind gusts about maybe 20 to 30 miles an hour or so. So if you're North Montgomery, you're punting into the wind here as Dyson goes over the middle, has a man. That's Norman, and he gets across out to the 40.
That is a huge pitch and catch there from Dyson to Norman to get yourself kind of out of that territory, pick up the 1st down. Now you can go back to your running game and you can burn some of this clock off.
Gain of 20 yards on the pass and catch to Drew Norman. That's his 2nd catch of the night.
It's a big one there. That is a really big one there.
And clock continues to move. Dyson again on the keeper. Gets out to midfield.
Dyson is my player of the game, man. If North Montgomery holds on and wins this game, he is my player of the game because he's just kept the team afloat. He's made big plays. He's run the ball really hard all night long. I mean, he's just battled. He has just battled all night.
And Ross Dyson has eclipsed the 400-yard mark this season on the ground. He also has 2 touchdowns to his credit. Inside of 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Again, Dyson on the keeper.
Stay in bounds.
On to the 40, down to the 30, and barrel rolls down to the 27-yard line. He just runs with so much momentum.
He's a heck of a football player, man. He just really knows how to play the game. Got kind of close to the sideline there, but he didn't turn it back up in the middle, knowing the situation. It's a very headsy football player there.
Another 20-yard scamper there by Dyson. Again, keeps the clock moving, but also North Montgomery is just able to keep the ball in their possession and wind down that clock.
That is most important.
We're now inside 3 minutes. Dyson looks one way, goes the other on the handoff with Salk, and he punches his way down to the 20.
Great job of protecting the football there by Salk with both hands, corralling that football.
And a timeout taken by Danville. So on the timeout here, tonight's broadcast brought to you by WinTech, where we believe building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. To see our residential services and business solutions, visit wintech.com. certainly better late than never here to have an efficient drive to close this game out here if you're North Montgomery.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ugliness throughout this second half, but North Montgomery put it together at the right time. They are really pushing down towards their end zone. And like I said, more importantly, they are leading this clock, and it's going to make it really tough for Danville to go the distance to get back in this football game.
Again, North Montgomery had 97 yards on the ground at halftime. And we'll have some updated stats for you during the post-game show coming up here in just a matter of moments.
You know, if you're North Montgomery in this timeout, you got to be telling your players, mainly Ross Dyson and Austin Salk, hold on tightly to the football, because on the other sideline in the timeout, you're telling your Danville defenders to punch that thing out. So you cannot afford a costly turnover here if you're North Montgomery.
Meanwhile, at this juncture, Ross Dyson has 119 yards through the air, as well as several yards on the ground as well, as Austin Salk again takes the handoff on 2nd and 1, trying to pick up a short first down right here, and it looks like they are going to give it to him. Or no, it's going to be short, but a timeout now called by Danville to stop the clock.
Tackled by 20, Darren Sharp, and 24, Ethan Walls. No game on the play.
So if you're Danville now, you are in crunch time to try and make something happen to force another turnover. Again, we have had several here in this second half, as you see the defensive coaching staff and Coach Comer as well trying to egg their Warriors on to try and get a stop here.
You got to find a way to get that ball out of there. You have to get the ball on the ground if you're Danville.
Meanwhile, if you're North Montgomery, you just keep plugging away here. It will be 3rd down and 1, it appears, as the ball sits on the 20-yard line. Again, North Montgomery looking to try and get their first winning season since 2019. They could finish the regular season with a winning record with a win here tonight. They're 4-4 on the year. So out of the timeout. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in this contest. Dyson going to keep it again. And gets across the 20, another gainer.
Doing a really, really good job of protecting the football right now. Danville does not call timeout. The clock stops for the first down. Now they wind it back.
North Montgomery first down.
And of course, Ross Dyson, being the smart football player he is going to use as much of this play clock as possible.
So here we go on first down again in the red zone for North Montgomery. They can certainly try and get a game-sealing touchdown here on this drive if they want. As Salk again adds a couple more yards to that one, down to the 15.
Looks like Danville used their last timeout, so they're going to be done. And so to be honest, if you're North Montgomery here, you don't even need to score a touchdown. I mean, if you can just get a couple yards here on these downs and just run this clock out, you should be in a good position. But again, the key is to hold on to the football.
So Danville is in danger of getting a loss here again. This would be their 4th loss in their last 5 games. Certainly not a stretch that you want to end the regular season on before you take on number 10 Tri-West to begin sectional play next week.
You know, Kurt, I'm going to go back to what I talked about in the second half when I said when Danville missed out on the opportunity because of the penalty on the 2-point conversion, and I said something like, you know, it's early in the game. I don't think it's a bad move going for it, but, man.
It really became a factor.
It became a big-time factor in this game because we're still sitting at the same score. And
again, just to recap the scoring or lack thereof, North Montgomery scored on their very first possession. They went 16 plays, 80 yards for a touchdown. Danville then followed that up with a touchdown of their own in the second quarter. That has been it. That is the tweet. So no more timeouts here, or no more timeouts now for Danville. As Ross Dyson sheds a tackler, gets to the outside, down to the 5. And they will keep the clock moving here as Danville cannot call another timeout.
So you don't have to do anything else. You just kneel the clock out from here, I would imagine.
It'll be interesting what North Montgomery decides to do here.
Yeah, I think they're talking about it right now. Obviously, you're not going to use a timeout to discuss this. Why is the clock not running?
Because it was a first down. And so they stop the clock to reset the chains, but now they have to reset the play clock. And now the clock continues to run as they get the chain gang all squared away.
Yeah, you have 3 kneel downs here. This game's over. North Montgomery's got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set, though.
And indeed, they're going to go into the victory formation, and North Montgomery is going to be content to let the clock run out here.
But
wait, no, actually, before they got the snap off, they called a timeout because the play clock was running down. They wanted to avoid a delay of game penalty as they were going for a victory formation. Needless to say, Chris Walker, I always try to at least be a little, optimistic and uplifting towards, players and teams as well, especially in the high school ranks, but you can't put it any other way. This has been a sloppy second half of football.
Yes, it has. But didn't expect it. I expected them to come out and clean things up and play a lot better, a lot cleaner second half, and they just haven't done it. And this, it's never been more exemplified than the play that just happened here when you're trying to go to victory formation. And you have to call a timeout so you don't get a delay of game.
Needless to say, North Montgomery has survived this second half.
That's right.
To say the least.
That's the best thing we can say about it. They survived.
So again, just the scoring in the first half, and that is it. There have been more penalty yards than yards on the ground in this second half, to say the least. Of course, I'm only exaggerating. I don't know if that's an actual official stat, but just goes to show you that that's just how it seems that this second half has gone. So out of the timeout here, just to keep the clock moving, as North Montgomery just going to kneel this game out, and it will be their 5th win of the season to move them to 5-4 on the year to complete the regular season. It'll be their 306th win in program history. It'll also be Josh Thompson's 46th in his 9th year as the head coach of the Chargers, bringing his record to 46-47 in his time as the head coach of North Montgomery. Thompson has also been there at North Montgomery, though, for 23 years as a assistant coach or a head coach in never some capacity. Meanwhile, Jamie Comer going to be collecting his 9th career loss as a head coach, bringing his record to 24-9 and bringing Danville's season record to a disappointing 3-6 on the year before they take on Tri-West in sectional play next week.
That'll do it.
And so that should allow the play clock to run out sufficiently. And that'll be it here. North Montgomery victorious here tonight in what has been basically a survival of the fittest, I guess, to say the least, in a game 8-6. The final score in this one, the 2-point conversion by North Montgomery that was scored by Gage Galloway, turns out to be the deciding factor as North Montgomery will finish the year 3-4 in conference play, as will the Danville Warriors. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have your post-game show coming up next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. and wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
We're back here in Danville for your post-game show here on the ISC Sports Network. The post-game show brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Get internet speeds up to a gig at weendeavor.com. Also by ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. Watch our game streams at iscsportsnetwork.com. And by WinTech. Fast, reliable internet service from a company you know and trust. Learn more at WinTech.com. Chris Walker, Kurt Darling here with you. Chris, 8-6 your final score in this one, and like I said before the break, who'd have thought that the opening drive of North Montgomery would be the game-winning drive of this one?
Yeah, I'm just really surprised at how this game kind of panned out over the course of the second half. I mean, I really thought you were going to see a lot more scoring than we did, but it got kind of messy and ugly at times. A lot of penalties, a lot of unforced errors, and but North Montgomery was able to hold on and do just enough to win the football game.
North Montgomery able to outgain Danville tonight. 211 yards total on the ground, 97 through the air as well, and a good chunk of both of those yards were the credit of Ross Dyson. He's our player of the game here tonight.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Ross Dyson. He moves really well, and he is an absolute bowling ball when he's running the football. So he made some very smart plays. He just kept his team together. His counterpart, Austin Salk, went out a couple times with an injury, but he was able to keep the ship moving, and he did a great job today. Great job, Austin. Great job, Ross.
So off of the feet and the arm of Ross Dyson, North Montgomery able to gain some momentum as they'll be going on the road to Speedway next week to start sectional play in sectional 29. Both of these teams are in the same sectional, as Danville will be taking on Tri-West to begin sectional play here. You see Coach Comer giving a talking to the Warriors here tonight as they fall to 3-6 to close the regular season. Chris Walker, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight, my friend.
Same here, sir. I enjoyed it.
Indeed, and we'll be back with you next week for a full slate of sectional coverage here on the ISC Sports Network. Go to iscsportsnetwork.com to see where we will be. For all of us here at the ISC Sports Network, alongside Chris Walker, I'm Kurt Darling, saying so long till next time. North Montgomery knocks off Danville 8-6 here in this one. You've been watching Sagamore Conference football here on the ISC Sports Network.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.